Hi, I'm Morgan Neville, director of Piece by Piece.
Hi, I'm Pharrell Williams. I'm the subject of Piece by Piece.
And we're here with some very important questions. Here we go. Question number one. Which pain is worse, heartbreak or stepping on your kids' Legos?
Oh, that's a really good one. Both heartbreak is very hurtful. Stepping on my own Legos, not just my kids, is painful. Being in Canada when it's cold outside and then coming on the inside and it's absolutely Arctic tundra in there is painful too.
I think I'd take stepping on a Lego more than heartbreak, personally.
Interesting light.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Who from the film loved their Lego version the most? Now, it's interesting because when we made this film, we didn't tell people we were making a Lego movie.
Right.
So people didn't know until we showed them their characters that it was even a Lego movie. Mm-hmm. And I think it really surprised a lot of people in a good way.
I know Shay's gonna lose his mind when he sees his character because it's so good. I think Pusha is gonna love his part because he's got a lot of airtime in there, obviously. But I gotta say, it's my mom and dad.
Oh, yeah.
It's my mom and dad.
They're amazing, and they haven't seen the film yet.
No, they haven't. I was just telling my parents yesterday, and they're like, oh, yeah, okay, cool. I'm like, all right, I'm telling y'all.
Next question. Why Lego?
Because that is probably, aside from this toy called Stretch Armstrong and this, what is those things called? Magic View, what is that called?
A little viewfinder?
Viewfinder. Aside from those two things, those were my, the Lego sets were like my favorite toys as a kid. And I wasn't very successful at following the directions of whatever the set was, but I used to build my own things, much like my school career. I just remember like how much imagination it would spawn every time I play with them. It became like a family thing because when we had my first son, Rocket, I used to buy him Lego sets all the time, so many so that like down his hallway it was just like a wall. It just looked like a little Lego store of just different sets that he hadn't opened, and he didn't get into it until he was like 9 or 10. And then right around that time we were having the triplets, we got them some sets too. And when it was time to tell my story, the one thing that convinced me was that I could do it, that I got to do it my way or tell it my way. So I wanted to tell it in a way that like the kids could see it as well.
For Morgan, what's harder, working with people on camera or working with Lego? On camera is definitely harder. I mean, the interesting thing about this film is that I did most of the interviews during the pandemic. So I actually was on the phone or Zoom for almost all the interviews in this film. It actually was the perfect pandemic project because I did most of it on my couch.
Yeah.
But in a way, there's something about talking to somebody that way that's more intimate than this. When you have all this stuff, it just feels more personal. I like filming, but there's something about that type of talk that I love.